In 2025, more people are leaving the UK than ever before, and the reasons might shock you. If you felt like life in the UK is getting harder, higher prices, longer waiting times, less stability, you're definitely not alone. Today we're breaking down the top 7 reasons why so many Brits are packing their bags, and where they're choosing to start fresh. Stay with us, because reason number 3 might just have you questioning your future here too. It seems more and more Brits are saying cheerio to the UK and hola to sunnier shores. Now I know what you may be thinking, is it just the weather? And while that drizzle can be a tad dreary, there's a whole lot more to it than that. The truth is, it's getting harder and harder to make ends meet in Blighty. Sky-high bills, queues longer than a Tesco checkout on a Friday night. And let's not even get started on trying to buy a house these days. It's enough to make anyone fancy a one-way ticket to somewhere a little less, well, grey. So today, we're diving into the top 7 reasons why Brits are packing their bags and heading for the departure gate. And trust me, some of these might just have you reaching for your passport too. Right, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the wallet-emptying behemoth, the cost of living. Remember when a tenner could get you a takeaway and a bottle of wine? Now it barely covers your bus fare. The price of everything, from your morning cuppa to keeping the lights on, seems to be going up faster than a Love Island contestant's follower count. And don't even get me started on trying to fill your trolley at the supermarket these days. It's enough to make you weep into your Weetabix. For many families, it's just not sustainable anymore. They're working harder than ever but still struggling to make ends meet. So it's no surprise they're looking at countries where their hard-earned pounds can stretch a bit further. I mean, wouldn't you rather be sipping a cocktail on a beach than queuing for a bargain loaf at Tesco? Don't answer that. I know where I'd rather be. Rent prices have surged by 10% in the past year alone. Food prices have jumped by 15%, making it harder to afford basic necessities. And utility bills? They've skyrocketed by 20%, leaving many in the dark, quite literally. Now let's talk about the Great British Housing Market, or as I like to call it, Mission Impossible Property Edition. Remember when buying a house was something you could actually, do? These days it's more like trying to win the lottery while being struck by lightning, twice. House prices are higher than ever, and wages? Well, let's just say they're not exactly keeping up. It's heartbreaking to see young people working their socks off, only to find that even a shoebox in Zone 6 is out of reach. So it's no wonder they're packing their bags and heading to places where owning a home with more than one bedroom isn't a pipe dream. I mean, who wouldn't trade a cramped flat share for a spacious casa with a pool? Just make sure you invite me for a dip. Now, some Brits aren't just leaving for cheaper rent and sunnier climates. They're after a career change too. Countries like Canada and Australia are rolling out the welcome mat for skilled workers, and they're offering some pretty tempting perks. Think better salaries, amazing healthcare, and a work-life balance that doesn't involve answering emails at 3 a.m. Who wouldn't be tempted by a little shrimp on the barbie and a promotion all at the same time? It's a chance to spread their wings, try something new, and maybe even master a new accent. Although, let's be honest, no one does it better than Brits. Brexit impact and political fatigue. Let's be honest, loves. It's been a bit of a political roller coaster in Blighty lately, hasn't it? Brexit, Boris. Back again. It's enough to make anyone's head spin faster than a teacup at the fairground. And after years of uncertainty and division, many Brits are feeling disillusioned with the direction of the country. They're tired of the political bickering, the endless debates, and the feeling that no one's really listening to them. So they're saying sod this for a game of soldiers, and heading to countries where the political landscape feels a bit more stable, and a lot less like an episode of EastEnders. The NHS, a national treasure with a long queue. The NHS continues to struggle under immense pressure. Long waiting times, staffing shortages, and underfunded services are pushing people to seek countries with more efficient healthcare systems, such as Germany, the Netherlands, or Australia. Now, we all love the NHS, don't we? It's a national treasure. But even the most devoted fan can get a bit frustrated when they're stuck on a waiting list longer than War and Peace. Years of underfunding and increasing demand have put a strain on our beloved health service. And while the dedicated doctors and nurses are working tirelessly, it's getting harder and harder to provide the timely care that people need. So it's understandable that some Brits are looking at countries with healthcare systems that are a bit less strained. I mean, who wants to spend their golden years waiting for a hip replacement when they could be learning the tango in Argentina? Sun, sangria, and a side of serenity. Let's be honest, the British weather can be a bit, well, unpredictable. 1 minute it's sunny, the next you're caught in a downpour worthy of a Noah's Ark reenactment. And after years of grey skies and drizzle, who can blame people for wanting a bit of sunshine in their lives? Countries like Spain, Portugal, and even Australia offer a more temperate climate, with plenty of sunshine to banish those winter blues. For instance, Spain enjoys an average of 300 sunny days a year. It's not just about the weather, though. It's about a different pace of life. According to a recent survey, 70% of expats report higher lifestyle satisfaction after moving to sunnier climates. A chance to swap the daily grind for long lunches, afternoon siestas, and a more relaxed approach to life. Sounds delightful, doesn't it? So let's take a moment to summarize why so many Brits are considering leaving the UK. From the rising cost of living to the housing crisis, it's clear that financial pressures are pushing people to seek more affordable lifestyles abroad. Add to that the allure of better job opportunities and the ongoing political fatigue post-Brexit, and it's no wonder people are exploring their options. Healthcare concerns and the unpredictable British weather further add to the list of reasons. And with the rise of remote work, the flexibility to live and work from anywhere is more achievable than ever. Each of these factors contributes to a growing trend of Brits looking beyond Blighty for a better quality of life. Whether it's the promise of financial relief, political stability, or simply a sunnier climate, the motivations are as varied as the destinations themselves. Working remotely from Blighty to Bali, and finally, the pandemic has changed the way we work, hasn't it? Suddenly, working from home in your pajamas went from a guilty pleasure to the new normal. But why stop there? With 56% of companies now offering remote work options, people are realizing they don't have to be tied to one place. They can work from anywhere with a decent Wi-Fi connection. So why not swap the daily commute for a beachside view? Or trade in that cramped flat for a villa in Tuscany? With remote workers reporting a 25% increase in productivity and 80% higher job satisfaction, it's no wonder more and more Brits are packing their laptops and becoming digital nomads. In 2025, more people are leaving the UK than ever before, and the reasons might shock you. If you felt like life in the UK is getting harder, higher prices, longer waiting times, less stability, you're definitely not alone. The reasons so many people are leaving the UK in 2025 are impossible to ignore. Skyrocketing costs, political instability, broken systems, and the dream of a better life somewhere new. As opportunities open up across Europe, Australia, North America, and beyond, thousands of Brits are deciding that now is the time to make a bold move. So the big question is, would you stay and stick it out? Or would you take the leap and build a new future abroad? Tell us where you would go and why in the comments below. We're reading every response, and we might even feature some of your stories in an upcoming video. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you hit subscribe and tap the notification bell, so you never miss the biggest trends, shifts, and opportunities shaping our world in 2025 and beyond. The future is wide open. The choice is yours. Would you brave the airport chaos and start a new adventure abroad? Or are you staying put, clinging to your cuppa and hoping for the best? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the things that make us tick. Until next time, stay safe and informed.